I sent the video of my wife cheating with another man to her mom and dad, set her bridal gown on fire in our garden, and called the police on her for showing up uninvited. They took her in for trespassing. I've had something bothering me for months now. That uneasy feeling in your stomach when things just don't seem right. My wife, Con, thinks I'm oblivious. She believes I haven't noticed the new Hermes bags, the Cartier bracelet, or the weekends she spends at hotel conferences dressed like she's ready for a fashion show. I run an import-export business in Bangkok. I started from scratch and built it into a successful operation that earns me 7 figures in USD each year. I didn't get here by ignoring the obvious. And my wife has been feeding me lies. It all began with little things. New lingerie in her drawer. La Perla stuff she never wore for me. Late nights at the Sukkum Hotel where she works as an event manager. Her phone suddenly locked, always held in a way I couldn't see. Whenever I asked her about it, she would cry and play the victim, saying I was being controlling and insecure, that successful men trust their wives. Last week was my breaking point. I came home early from a meeting and found her in the shower at 3 p.m. on her day off. The bathroom smelled of a man's cologne, not mine. When I confronted her, she spun a tale about going to the gym and needing a shower because the AC was broken. The gym she never goes to, with her membership card still untouched in her wallet. I'm done playing detective and done with the manipulation. I have a business trip to Phuket next week for 3 days of supplier meetings. Or at least that's what she believes. I've already ordered cameras, high-definition, motion-activated ones with cloud storage. Every room, every angle. If she thinks she can play me for a fool, I'm going to document every moment of it. Some might call this extreme. I don't care. You don't build a business empire by hoping for the best. You gather information, you plan, and you execute. If she wants to mess around, she's about to find out. Update 1. I have everything now. Posted 4 days later. Holy cow. I always knew she was cheating, but seeing it is a whole different story. I installed 8 cameras in our Sathorn condo before leaving. I told Con I'd be unreachable due to back-to-back meetings, kissed her goodbye, and watched her faked smile as I headed to the airport. Then, I doubled back to a hotel in Saladang to set up my surveillance station. She didn't even wait 6 hours. At 7:43 p.m., a Mercedes S-Class pulled into our building. Out stepped this flashy guy in a Tom Ford suit. I recognized him from Business News, a real estate developer with family money, the kind who thinks he owns Bangkok because his family owns a few shopping malls. My wife greeted him at the door wearing the red silk robe I bought her for our anniversary, the one she claimed was too revealing when I asked her to wear it a month ago. I watched as they poured my Hibiki 30-year whiskey, saw him touch her in my living room, listening to them laugh about her husband who's too busy counting money to care about her, a direct quote. Then they went to our bedroom. I won't describe what I saw, but know that I recorded everything. Every moan, every position, every disrespectful word about me, the way she called him daddy, and begged for things she told me she'd never do. It got worse after the first round. They lay in bed, and she talked about my business, revealing details about my contracts, suppliers, and profit margins, information that could ruin everything I've built. This jerk even asked if she could get him copies of my client lists. They slept together 2 more times that night. He left at 3 a.m., but not before she promised to see him again the next day, saying, "Don't worry, he won't be back until Thursday." Day 2 was more of the same, except this time they used the kitchen counter, the same place we host dinner parties. Day 3, they got creative. On the balcony, in the shower, even my home office. She bent over my desk while you get the picture. I have 47 video files and 16 hours of footage. Every angle, every word, every betrayal documented and backed up in 3 places. Tomorrow, I fly back. She thinks she'll be picking up her devoted husband from the airport. She has no idea what's in store for her. Update 2, posted 2 days after Update 1. I didn't go home after landing. I went straight to my office, locked the door, and got to work. First, I edited the footage. I didn't include the explicit parts. I'm not trying to traumatize anyone. I focused on the disrespect, the mockery, her admitting she married me for money, calling me a stupid water buffalo while drinking my whiskey, offering to steal business information, and laughing about faking orgasms for 5 years. After 6 hours of editing, I had a 40-minute highlight reel of betrayal. Then I made the call that would change everything. Con's parents are wealthy. They own factories and shopping centers in Chiang Mai. They're traditional, Her father makes boyfriends ask for permission before dating her. I drove to their home at 5 a.m. and told them I had urgent family business. They welcomed me into their study, concerned about their daughter. I opened my laptop and pressed play. I've never seen someone's face lose color that quickly. Her father's hands shook by minute 3, and her mother was crying by minute 10. When they heard their daughter offering to betray my business, her father slammed his fist on the desk so hard that his teacup shattered. They watched all 40 minutes in silence. When it ended, he made 3 phone calls in their dialect. I understood enough to know he was contacting lawyers and accountants. "Your marriage is over," he told me. "But you are still family." "She is not." Her mother hasn't stopped crying. She kept repeating, "Where did we go wrong?" Then she looked at me with determination in her eyes. "We will handle our daughter. You handle your divorce." I left their house with promises that Khan would receive nothing further from them. No money, no inheritance, no welcome in their home. In Thai families, this is worse than death, it's erasure. I drove back to Bangkok, knowing the bomb was set. Now I just needed to light the fuse. Khan texted me asking where I was. I told her I stopped by the office, but would be home for dinner. She has no idea her parents have already disowned her, that I've moved half our assets into accounts she can't touch, or that the locks will be changed by midnight. Everything is about to change. Update 3. Posted one day after Update 2. I got home at 8 p.m. Khan had cooked my favorite dish, pad kra pao with crispy pork, wearing a silk dress and perfect makeup, acting like the devoted wife. The performance was Oscar-worthy. During dinner, she asked about Phuket. I gave her mundane details about suppliers and shipping containers, and she pretended to care, likely thinking about the guy the whole time. Then her phone rang. It was her mother. I watched her face fall in real time. It was a tense conversation, but I caught the important parts. Disgrace, never darken our door, dead to us. Khan's hands trembled as she kept saying, "I can explain," over and over. But her mother had already hung up. "What did you do?" she asked, tears streaming down her face. "What the hell did you do?" I pulled out my phone and showed her a still from the video, her on our bed with that guy. "This shows who you really are." She lunged at me, nails out, screaming like a banshee. I caught her wrists and pushed her back. 5 years of Muay Thai training versus a woman who thinks yoga counts as exercise. "You psycho. You spied on me. So is corporate espionage, sweetheart. Did you really think I'd let you sell my client list to your boyfriend?" That shut her up. She tried another tactic, manipulation. "Please, it meant nothing. I love you. We can work through this. I'll do anything." I laughed, actually laughed in her face. "Pack your things and get out. This is my home too. Check the deed. My name is the only one on it. Your signature? Just as a witness. You don't own anything here." She ran to the bedroom and came back with the deed. I watched her face as she realized I was right. I had protected my assets from day one. Everything, properties, investments, bank accounts, even my car and gifts, were legally mine. "You can't do this," she shouted. "Watch me." She went crazy, throwing plates, vases, anything she could grab. I let her. Every broken item was evidence for the police report. Then I dragged out her wedding dress, the one that cost 3 million baht, Italian silk hand-beaded, a symbol of our eternal love. I took it to the condo's common area, where everyone could see, doused it in lighter fluid, and set it ablaze. It caught fire like tissue paper. Khan came rushing out of the building, security guards trying to hold her back. Other residents came out to watch, some filming, some cheering. "That's illegal. That's destruction of property." "My property," I reminded her. "I have the receipt." She broke free from security and charged at me. This time, I didn't hold back. One sidestep, one push, and she was on the ground again. "I'm calling the police," she screamed. "Already did," I said, holding up my phone. "Domestic disturbance, trespassing, destruction of property. They're on their way." The dress was fully engulfed now. 3 million baht going up in smoke. Worth every satong to see her face. The police arrived 10 minutes later. I showed them the deed, the restraining order I filed that afternoon, and the video of her breaking things in my condo. Thai police don't mess around with domestic disputes among the wealthy. Bad for tourism. They cuffed her right there in front of 20 residents, in front of the burning dress, in front of everyone filming for social media. "This isn't over," she screamed as they dragged her away. "I'll destroy you. Get in line," I called back. The dress burned down to ash. I swept it up and put it in a jar, something to remember this moment. I went back inside to find 17 missed calls from that guy. I sent him one message. Your turn next. Then I blocked everyone, her friends, her family, anyone who might take her side. Clean slate. Tomorrow, I'm meeting with the best divorce lawyer in Thailand. Tonight, I'll drink Hibiki 30 straight from the bottle and enjoy the silence. Update 4. The Fallout. Posted 1 week after Update 3. The past week has been a masterclass in watching someone's life fall apart. Khan spent 2 nights in jail before making bail. Her parents refused to help. That guy ghosted her the moment his wife found out. Turns out Mr. Real Estate was married with 3 kids. She had to use her own savings to make bail, which barely covered it. My lawyer, who specializes in billion-dollar divorces, filed papers citing adultery with evidence. In Thailand, that means she gets nothing, 0. The prenup I insisted on 5 years ago is ironclad. But the legal stuff is boring. The real entertainment came from social media. The video of her arrest went viral. Woman arrested after husband burns wedding dress hit every gossip page in Bangkok. Someone leaked that she was having an affair, and soon others leaked who it was with. His wife found out through messages from concerned friends, and her world exploded. She didn't just divorce him. She went scorched earth, posting his photos on social media with scathing captions, tagging his business partners and investors. His company stock dropped 20% in 3 days. The board of directors called an emergency meeting. Last I heard, he was removed as CEO of his own company. Daddy can't fix this one. Back to Khan. She tried to return to work, but the hotel fired her within 48 hours over reputation concerns. They said they couldn't have an event manager trending on social media for adultery and arrest. She's been living in a friend's apartment in a less desirable area now. Her car was repossessed. It was in my name. Her credit cards were canceled since they were supplementary to mine. I donated her designer items to charity and posted the tax receipts on Instagram. She tried to hit me where it hurts, my business. She posted on Facebook that I was abusive and controlling, claiming to be the victim. She even hired a PR firm with her last bit of money. I responded with one post, the audio clip where she admits to marrying me for money, where she calls me an easy target and laughs about faking love for 5 years. Her PR firm dropped her the next day. Yesterday was the divorce hearing. She showed up in a borrowed dress, with no lawyer since she couldn't afford one. She tried to cry and play the victim, but the judge wasn't moved. When she saw the evidence folder, 200 pages of transcripts and financial records showing she had stolen from my company cards, along with the attempted corporate espionage, she knew it was over. The divorce was granted. She gets nothing except what she came into the marriage with, which was a fake Chanel bag. But here's the best part. Remember the jar of ashes from her wedding dress? I had it turned into an hourglass. It sits on my desk now, a reminder that some bridges are meant to be burned. Last night, I got a text from an unknown number, a long message about how sorry she was, how she'd changed, how she'd do anything for another chance, how she was sleeping on the floor, eating instant noodles, how her life was ruined. I responded with a photo of me on my balcony, sunset over Bangkok, hibiki in hand. Good. Then I blocked that number too. Final update, 6 months later. Posted 6 months after update 4. I figured I owed you all a final update. 6 months after the fallout, and life has never been better. My business is thriving. The drama actually helped. Thai business culture respects a man who protects his assets. 3 major clients reached out specifically because they saw how I handled the situation. I moved to a penthouse in Thonglar. Better view, better security, better everything. I've been hitting the gym hard and competing in amateur Muay Thai tournaments. I've won my last 3 fights. There's something therapeutic about physical competition. Dating? Not yet. I'm not interested. I've been focusing on myself, my business, and my peace. Trust issues run deep, but I'm working through them with a therapist. Not because I'm broken, but because champions always work on their game. As for the others, that guy's life is still in shambles. He lost his company, family, and most of his fortune in the divorce. Last I heard, he's managing a small real estate office in a lesser town. Karma has a way of catching up. Kana's tried everything. She attempted cam work that ended when someone recognized her and posted about it online. She tried to find jobs at other hotels, but her reputation followed her. 3 months ago, she reached out to her parents, begging for forgiveness. They agreed to meet her at a temple, but when she arrived, they were there with monks to perform a ceremony, essentially declaring her dead to the family. In their culture, this is final. No returning from that. Last month, I heard through mutual friends that she left Bangkok, working at a beach bar in Koh Samui, living in a shared room, posting inspirational quotes about new beginnings on Facebook. The comments are brutal. The internet doesn't forget. But the real closure came last week. I was at a charity gala, paying 500,000 baht for a table, networking, and closing deals. Across the room, I saw familiar faces, Khan's parents. They approached me for the first time since that morning in their study. Her father shook my hand, her mother hugged me. We talked business, life, everything except their daughter, until the end. You're still family, her father said in Thai. What she did dishonors all of us. But you handled it like a man with strength and wisdom. They invited me to their anniversary party next month. 40 years of marriage. Their daughter won't be there. She doesn't exist to them anymore. Some may think I went too far and that this complete revenge is unhealthy. Those people have never felt the betrayal of someone they trusted selling them out for a fling and designer bags. She didn't just cheat. She laughed at me, mocked my work, tried to steal from me, and plotted to destroy what I built. I didn't ruin her life. I revealed who she truly is and let the consequences take care of the rest. The hourglass still sits on my desk. Sometimes I flip it, watching the sand from her wedding dress fall, reminding myself that when someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. And when they mess around, make sure they find out. That's all from me. I'm going dark now. I have a business to run and a life to live. To everyone in similar situations, document everything. Protect your assets. Trust your instincts. And when the time comes to burn it all down, don't forget the lighter fluid. Edit for everyone asking. Yes, this is real. No, I won't provide video evidence. Yes, I'm in therapy. No, I don't regret a thing. And yes, the hourglass was petty. Sometimes being petty is the point. Edit 2 for the keyboard lawyers. Everything I did was legal in Thailand. Hidden cameras in my home? Legal. Showing evidence of adultery to family? Legal. Burning my own property? Legal. Changing locks on my solely owned condo? Legal. Do your research before claiming it's fake. Edit 3, last edit. To the cheaters sending me hate mail. Your tears are delicious. To those who've been betrayed, you deserve better, and you'll find it. To everyone else, thanks for following this journey. Peace out.